How's it going? This is Johnny Pace from FloTrack here with Brett Rivers, the Senior Product Manager of the North Face. Brett, thanks for being here with us. How are you?
Yeah, thanks for coming to check out the shoes. We're really excited about what's coming next year from the North Face.
Tell me all about it.
Yeah, we're kicking it off with that pinnacle, athlete-tested, race-proven style, the Summit Vective Pro 3, and the big update here is maximum performance hyper shoe for the trails, and so the shoe that really can give our athletes a competitive advantage on race day.
That's looking sharp. So I actually didn't know that they had hyper racers for trail racing. So what's like giving like all the ups and downs? What's important with like a trail racer?
I mean, I think as we bring plates or as plates come into the trail space, it's really about ensuring that these styles are still tuned for stability on uneven trail, right?
How long have carbon or plates in general been for trail racing?
We were the first brand in 2021 to bring a carbon plate to the trail running footwear space.
Can we see that cross section?
Yeah, and so what's exciting here is it's an entirely new Vective system. We have that carbon fiber stability plate embedded down in a supercritical PIBA EVA midsole. We're then putting our Dream Foam drop-in above that carbon plate, but it's also a stacked plate system. So then we have this recycled carbon fiber injected stability chassis, and this is what's really going to stabilize that softer foam and give you the support you need, whether it's a athlete doing a 100-mile race or someone who's just out all day and needs the most stability and the most propulsion in one shoe.
Incredible. Wow, that's so neat. I just feel like the considerations must be so much more sophisticated when it comes to trails because there's so many.
A lot of things to consider. Yeah, exactly. You said it well. A lot of variables.
Well, these look incredible. So these are coming out when?
They come out in January. They retail for $250, the same price as the prior version, but even more performance.
Incredible. Exciting stuff. Any other shoes you're excited about?
Yeah. So. The counterpart to that, especially for our athletes, is not everybody needs that high stack style or maybe a shoe where they're going to be on even more technical terrain, where they need to be a little closer to ground, and that's where the Summit Vective Sky comes into play. 238 grams, incredibly lightweight, and we've updated this style to have deeper lugs as well. So now 5mm lugs, great on technical terrain, and a full-length Dream midsole, super lightweight, super high rebound, and that Vective carbon fiber plate running through the entirety of the shoe as well.
I'm just struck by how sharp these look, and it's not what I would typically associate when I think of a trail shoe. And look at how great these have turned out. I love it.
We've definitely taken race inspiration and brought that to the trail, and it's really emblematic in this style.
I feel like lately I've noticed a lot of interest and a lot of excitement on trail racing. Do you feel like trail racing is having a bit of a moment?
Absolutely. I've been involved in the sport since 2008. It's a sport that's changed my life in all the best ways, and it's continuing to grow rapidly, and we want to be at the forefront of allowing our athletes and our consumers to push their potential, but also bring consumers into the brand as well, and that's what really is going on as we talk about these extension styles with Vective, and this is the Vective Enduris 4. So a really plush underfoot experience, amazing stability coming from a Vective plate system that derives from the stability chassis of the Summit Vective Pro.
Can you just go into detail about how that's working?
Yeah, so what it's doing, as the stack height goes up, and as these foams get softer, you still want a way to stabilize that foam, especially imagine I'm running on off-camber terrain, or I'm running over rocks, or more technical ground. That plate is what's going to give this style structure, as well as really maintain that rocker shape, for that forward momentum as well.
Excellent. Tell me again, what is the main use case?
Yeah, every day to race day. So I've done personally more miles in this shoe the last 6 months than all my other shoes combined. It really strikes that sweet spot for me.
That good traction.
Great traction, great rebound, a full-length nitrogen TPU midsole here as well.
Does this, I'm just curious, does this apply as well, say in, not necessarily on the trails, but maybe in the snow or other types of difficult terrain?
Yeah, and that's the great thing about trail shoes, especially if you're, let's say, training for a road race, but you're in a colder or snowy environment in the wintertime. If you're training for Boston Marathon and you're living in the Northeast, you're probably training in a trail shoe, at least on those snowy days. And the traction, 4mm lugs in this style, the traction from that trail-focused outsole is going to give you enhanced traction in those snowy and icy conditions.
I'm gonna give these a try. I feel like most shoes are like as slippery as can be. There's nothing there.
And you want that in the road space, but in the trail space, it's again like traction designed for technical terrain.
Excellent. Wow. I'm excited to give these a try.
Thanks. And the final update, is that sibling to the Enduris, and that's the new Vective Infinite 3. And this is for that runner who wants more of a mid-stack style, but also wants even more traction underfoot. So 5mm lugs, a little more of a soft ground design in that lug shape. You still have that nitrogen TPU Dream midsole, and you have that full-length Vective TPU plate running through this shoe as well.
Wow, so a lot of good stuff. And you help manage the production of all these?
I'm a member of an amazing team that's bringing trail running to life at the North Face, and really resetting this product line for the future. And we have an amazing development team that's driving that, an amazing innovation team, and for the North Face, an amazing athlete team who's validating this every single day.
So you're consulting with them and getting feedback?
Heavily involved with them in the concepting and ideation for this product, and of course the testing.
Yeah, I'm noticing up front this like waterproof type of.
A little more of a protective toe cap here. Again, if you're on technical terrain with this style, navigating through rocks, give you a little bit of added protection up front, so you're not jamming your toes into rocks with one misstep.
Wow. And what about like on a wet, snowy, icy sort of run? Is there any factors about any of the shoes that might help make that more enjoyable?
Again, for me, it's about traction. If I want a little warmer feel, I'm going to go with this thicker sock. My thicker Smart Wool socks come out in the wintertime. We want these shoes to be incredibly breathable for summertime. The key thing, though, is if you're kind of in that bridge season as well, and your feet are getting wet, or you're in terrain where you're going through stream crossings, all these shoes drain incredibly well. Drain water, then they don't hold water weight. So that's super key as well. Yeah.
That's big. Not having to put too many newspapers in, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
You know it.
Well, cool. Thanks for giving us the rundown.
We appreciate it. These all come out in January 2025.
Be sure to check these out, folks. Thank you.
Thanks.